friends, I am going to do this video sitting here in my kitchen right before I get ready to leave to go to the grocery store. It's the Friday before Thanksgiving. Ta-da! And Thanksgiving is what really kicks off all the holidays that are upon us. We got Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's. For those that celebrate Kwanzaa, that's in there. So there's lots of holidays this time of the year. And Thanksgiving is what really kicks it off. But I find over the years that I've had family members, I've had friends, neighbors, that I see them, they get stressed out. And they always say, Sandy, you're never stressed out. How is it that you do this and you stay on top of everything? When I used to work when I lived in Chicago, it was the same thing. My coworkers and my clients, they were like, Sandy, how is it that you're not stressing out? It's the holidays and you've got everything under control and you've got a lot of things done and so forth. How do you do it? And they were a little bit puzzled because they're working and I was working. See, before I started working when I lived in Chicago, when I lived in Ohio, I lived in Virginia, I was just a stay-at-home mom. I had to work when we went to Chicago because Chicago's cost of living is very high out there. So I did work. Since we've moved here to PA, I'm not working anymore. But from the time before I even started working, I had a routine down pat. And the reason why is because I watched people that I knew, that they would get under great pressure during the holidays. And so I never wanted to be like that. So I began to pace myself. And this is, like I said, when I was still a stay-at-home mom, I paced myself. Okay, let me share this little story. I was out at Walmart, of all places, about a month ago, a little over a month. It was back early October, I think it was. And Walmart was just beginning to put their Christmas lights out. And this lady, she walked by the lights and I was coming out from the dog food section and I heard her. She just stopped and she went, really? Christmas decorations already? Really? I mean, she did that right in the middle of the store like she was throwing a temper tantrum. And I just looked at her. I didn't say anything, but I'm thinking to myself, there's a reason why retailers put things out early. Well, they put things out early, yes, because, they've got things that they have to sell. And, they're not going to sell everything in the matter of a 4 or 5 week period. You know what I'm saying? So they put things out early. They also put things out early because they do know that there are early Christmas shoppers. I'm one of those people. I am an early Christmas shopper. Not only am I out in October, as soon as Christmas decorations begin coming out, that's when I'm looking for new Christmas decor. I'm looking for Christmas cards. And yes, even in October, I take a day or an evening where I've just got quiet time to myself. I go in my dining room and I sit there and I write out my Christmas cards. And then later in October or into November is when I write out my Christmas list. Not my Christmas list, my Christmas letter. And I save it to my computer, and then before I get ready to mail my cards out, that's when I print them out. Now, I usually send my cards out the day before Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving. And then I'm having to print out my letter, obviously, before that. Usually it's a week before Thanksgiving. I printed out my Christmas letters yesterday. Here's one of my Christmas letters, and I already even have them folded so I can stick them into the card. But I did this yesterday. I printed it out, and I put green on the front, and I put red on the back. But yeah, I begin sometimes even in October, just begin typing out things that have happened during the year as I'm remembering it, and you always just save it to your PC until you're ready to come back and finish it up. And then, like I said, a week before I'm going to mail my cards out, that's when I want to print out my letters, get them all folded so I can tuck them in the cards. And then my cards are already addressed, they've already got the stamps on them, they've been sitting there for a while now. But I do that. Again, it's pacing yourself. And then after Thanksgiving, I plop them in the mail. I don't wait till December or anything because I've got things that I store in my dining room. And my Christmas cards is one of those things. I want it out of the way. So I go, and that's why a lot of times now I'm starting to put them in the mail the day before Thanksgiving so that the dining room is cleared up there. And that's just one less thing that I've got to move from the dining room. So the day before, I just go and I put them in the mail. And then Christmas cards, I can check that off my list. They've already been bought, addressed, written in them, the Christmas letters in there, and they're already mailed. Christmas cards, you can completely write it off the list, okay? So yeah, that's what I do in October. As soon as Christmas cards come out, as soon as decor starts coming out, I have an idea, usually by October, what I want to do as far as Christmas decorating. I start getting ideas for tree themes and things like that, so that when decor starts coming out, I know what to go buy. I buy it, and then that's done. I also begin doing my Christmas shopping. Some years I'm able to do all my Christmas shopping at one time, and other years I don't. I just begin shopping like in October and try to finish up by the beginning of November. You buy everything, you have a place where you store everything, hiding it, and you leave it there. And I leave it there until usually the beginning of December. That's when I wrap my gifts. Sometimes I'll wrap them at the end of November if I've got some time. But I don't want bows crushed and things like that. And so if I can wrap them early December and then put them somewhere where, you know, they're not going to get all cramped and everything, that's just a better fit for me. But yes, so I begin doing even Christmas shopping in October. Once November gets here, well, let me look through my list. Let's see, because I wrote my list out. And by the way, I'm calling this video Holiday Prep So You Don't Go Crazy, Girl. That's right, so you don't go crazy. As a mom, our lives are busy enough as it is. We have daily routines we have to go through with cooking and cleaning and laundry. We got kids, we got homework, we got sports events that we have to go to, things we have to go through for our kids, ballet lessons, whatever. You know, our lives are busy as it is, so, you know, we want to steady it and we want to pace it. And that's why when Christmas begins, you see Christmas at the store in October, begin taking advantage of it. See that lady that threw that little temper tantrum in October? See, she reminds me of one of those people that you see in December, that they're all flustered and they're wired and all stressed out, and then you hear them also begin complaining that I don't have money to do Christmas decorating and all these Christmas gifts, and because it does get to be expensive. That's the thing. And this is what I learned as a newlywed when I first got married and first began having my children, and we didn't have a lot of money and we were on a very tight budget. And so I had to learn, pace yourself. If you want to have a nice Christmas and that sort of thing, you begin pacing yourself. You know, most people get paid every 2 weeks. So in October, we've got those 2 weeks of that we get paychecks. November, you got 2 paychecks. And then you get that one other big paycheck usually before Christmas. So you have at least 5 pay periods. Sometimes it's 6. But you have 5 pay periods that you can take a little bit of money, do a little bit here, do a little bit here, do a little bit here. You see what I'm saying? And then it's not all at one time. The problem is that I have found through the years, everybody wants to wait until December. And then, you know, people are also saying things, you hear them talking and you hear them say, you know, well, I like to wait until December to do my Christmas shopping because this is the month that it's Christmas and I like all the decorations and the Christmas music and da-da-da-da. But the thing is, what they're not realizing, this is why stores, even in October, begin putting Christmas decorations up. They begin playing Christmas music. Not all stores. It used to be at one time all stores did it, but now, you know, because, you know, they've had a lot of people complain over the years that they don't. But like I know for about the last month, when I've gone shopping over at Walmart, because that's where I do my grocery shopping, yeah, they're playing Christmas music. And that is to get folks in the mood. Back, I think it was October, I did a video. And I had my Christmas music playing in my car. And remember, I had even said that I start playing Christmas music in October because that gets me in the mood. Whatever you have to do to get yourself in a Christmassy mood before December, do it. Whether you have to decorate, whether you want to pull out Christmas music or whatever, just to get you in that Christmassy mood so you can begin shopping and begin preparing before December gets here. Okay, that's the whole thing. So yeah, October, I buy my decor items. I get my cards. I even make my cards out. I write my Christmas letter, saving it to my computer. Also, you'll see at the grocery stores, even in October, they begin putting out like the fall and holiday baking. They have even a special section out in the middle aisle where they have special things that we use at, you know, the holiday season to Christmas bake and everything. When you're going and doing your grocery shopping, start picking up things. You don't have to pick up every single thing at the first shot, but start picking up things here and there every time that you go grocery shopping through October, through November, or up until Thanksgiving anyway. And then that way, by the time Thanksgiving comes, and then even Christmas and early December, you're doing your Christmas baking, you have everything. Okay? So it's planning ahead. That's the thing. You have to plan ahead. November 1st, that's when my Christmas decor comes out. I used to decorate on Thanksgiving Day. It was traditional. And then I'd start backing it up to a week before because I started adding more trees. And then the more trees and garlands and all the things that I do at my house, I've had to do it early. So about the last, I don't know, eight years or so, November 1st now is my traditional time. Day after Halloween. Christmas goes up because I have so much. And as I'm doing the Christmas decorating videos and I'm showing you guys how I decorate and things like that and trying to give ideas and that sort of thing, it's not that I'm doing it like other people that are doing tutorial videos. No, these are just my vlog videos and I'm just showing you, you know, with my daily vlogs what I'm doing because this is the time of year that I decorate. Now, you don't have to decorate November 1st, but that's when I decorate. But the thing is, try to decorate early. So you get that out of the way. I have so much Christmas stuff, as you guys know, and it takes me a week to get it up. And then another week after to do final touches and everything. So I got a 2-week period right there that it takes me to get my Christmas decor up and everything. So yeah, I do that so that I'm not being rushed later because there's so much to put up and everything. So pick a day for you and your family that's going to be traditional for you to put your Christmas decor up, whether it's in November or early December. But just make sure that you do it at that time every single year. Let's see. Oh, okay. So now we're in November and we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. When you begin seeing turkeys, even I have bought my my Thanksgiving turkeys sometimes in September. If you don't have a freezer, this idea is not going to work for you. But a lot of people do have freezers. I have a freezer. And so I get that little space in my freezer cleared out for my turkey. Sometimes I have actually found big enough turkeys for my size family in September. And I've actually purchased my Thanksgiving turkey in September and just leave it in the freezer. Turkeys were kind of hard to find this year. So I actually bought, I bought 2 turkeys and my husband bought a turkey because they were pretty scarce this year because of the bird flu and everything. So I found a turkey that was almost as big, but not quite as big as what we need for our family because we have 7, okay? So I went ahead and I just bought it anyway because I didn't know if I would be able to find a turkey. Then my husband found a turkey, but his was actually a little bit smaller. And so we put that also in the freezer. And then I was out the other week and I actually found the size turkey that we need. We need at least like a 24-pound turkey for our size because we like leftovers and turkey sandwiches later and that sort of thing. And so I bought that turkey. So now I have 3 turkeys, but I have 2 freezers too. So, but anyway, yeah, soon as your turkeys come out, even when they come out early, buy it. And especially if you can get it for a good price. If it's expensive, way over $1, don't buy it just because they're there. Wait until you see that they start marking them down. When they start marking them down, especially under $1, just buy it. buy it and put it in your freezer. Then your turkey's taken care of, and you don't have to worry about that. Let's see. In November, if you're still needing to get Christmas decor because of how your budgets are for your home and you can't get everything all at one time, again, continue buying what decor that you need. Continue buying your baking and cooking items every time you go to the grocery store. If you didn't make out your Christmas cards like in October like I do, it's November, get your Christmas cards. Sit down one evening when you got a moment to yourself. Just write them out. Just be done with it. Let's see. I talked about Thanksgiving. I mail my cards. Okay, so that's what I do to get ready for pretty basically Christmas and up to Thanksgiving. And I'm going to do a special segment here where I just talk about my Thanksgiving prep. Okay, so now let's continue with the Christmas. Now we're moving into December. So if my Christmas shopping is done by November, I make sure my Christmas shopping is done. I make sure all my decor is done. I'm even decorated. My cards are done. I make sure that I start buying all my cooking and baking preps. I have everything. I begin even getting boxes. I have two friends, my one friend in Sweden and my one friend in Ireland, that we do a gift exchange every year. And so I'm even buying up. As soon as Christmas stuff starts coming out, I'm even starting to buy then for them. I get their boxes together so that I can get those in the mail by hopefully the end of November, the very beginning of December. I have some other friends that I send little things to, and usually by the first, second week of December, I've already got them mailed out. I just want to be done with all of that. So my goal is this. I want to be done with just about every single thing concerning Christmas and Thanksgiving by the time it's Thanksgiving, where mostly everything is done and prepped for. I use the last part of November going into early December where I'm just wrapping up final touches on things. Okay, so if my Christmas gifts are already bought, and they are, now what I need to do is like stocking stuffer type things. And again, so when I go to the store, I'm picking up things here and there that will go for, you know, what I put in stockings, that sort of thing. The second week of December, that's when I start my Christmas baking. And I take 1 week where I'm baking all my Christmas cookies, which means in November, and I've already started to do this, I've started asking my kids, what kind of cookies do you want this year? And I've already got my list in my head, what cookies and candies I'm going to make. I've already been to the store, already started prepping and buying the ingredients for those things. So by the time the second week of December gets here, I do nothing but put on Christmas music or Christmas movies, and I just bake all that week. Then that's done. So if everything's finished by the second week of December, do you see I have the next 2 weeks, even before Christmas gets here, that I'm doing absolutely nothing. The only thing that I have to do is go to the store to do any regular grocery shopping that I do. That's it. I don't stand in lines. I refuse to stand in the lines, you know, that sort of thing, because I prep everything ahead of time. And it's just all about pacing yourself. If you pace yourself, and again, as soon as you see Christmas begin to come out at your stores in October, the end of September, whenever you see Christmas anywhere, like next year, begin this next year, you find if you'll just do a little here, a little here, a little here, a little here, then by the time December gets here, you're done. And then you've got the rest of December till Christmas that while other people are stressing out at the stores and everything, here you are, you know, you're fine. You're fine, girl. You're not stressing out. And that is how I do it. That's how I've always done it. Like I said, I've had friends, I've had coworkers even ask me, how do you do it, Sandy? I've had some of you subbies to this channel even ask me, Sandy, how do you do it? This is how I do it. Again, I don't wait to do Christmas when December gets here. I start doing Christmas as soon as I see it out at the store. I start pacing myself. I know what I'm going to do in October. I know what I'm going to do in November. I know what I'm going to do in December. Okay, so I'm getting ready to leave. to go do my shopping for Thanksgiving. So let me turn my page in my little notebook for my notes. Okay, my Thanksgiving preps. What do? Okay, about 2 days or so before Thanksgiving, you need to get your turkey out so it can start, thawing out. So you got to take it out of the freezer. I take it out 2 days before, put it in my fridge, sometimes 3 days before. It's still frozen. But anyway, you want to get your turkey out several days before so it can begin thawing out. That's the important thing. Also 2 days before, so that would be on Tuesday. And this year it's Tuesday the 24th. I make sure that I go to my refrigerator, and for dinner I pull out all the leftovers. Everything in the refrigerator that is still edible, sometimes, we leave things in there a little bit too long. Those things, throw it out. But the things that are still edible, that's when you clean your refrigerator out and you have leftover night. On Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, I won't cook my dinner unless I'm making like soup, and that's about the only thing I'll do. I make soup or I'll make chili and then have like sandwiches with it. This way you're not making food and then have leftovers that you got to put back in the refrigerator. This way your refrigerator is all cleared out for your preps. It's all cleared out for your leftovers for Thanksgiving. Your containers are all freed up, that you can use to put in your leftovers for Thanksgiving and stick in your fridge. So you want to do your refrigerator clean out, pretty basically is what it is. Get rid of things that have been sitting in there a little bit too long, and we all do that, you can't eat it. Throw it out, clean your containers, have leftovers on the Tuesday before, and then again on Wednesday, your refrigerator's all cleared out. Make chili, make soup, have sandwiches, something really easy that that you can do that's quick, because I also do my preps on Wednesday. But again, you don't want to put food back in there, okay? So that's what I do on Wednesday. Wednesday's also my prep day. That's when I make my pies. That's when I make my rolls, when I'm making homemade rolls. I make cornbread stuffing, so I make my cornbread. Any of the preps that you have to do. If you forgot certain things and you have to run to the store, that's when you want to go. Go early in the morning, get it over with. But that's my prep day. That's my day also that I'm cleaning, last minute things. Here's the other thing with cleaning. I find during the holidays, especially like right now, I try to stay on top of it every single day. Even if I'm tired, but I see something's got to be done, I just do it to try to keep the house clean every single day. And then that way, the day before Thanksgiving, things are pretty much in order. Really what you need to do is maybe do a light dusting, mop your floors, maybe tidy up your bathroom, but I'm trying to stay on top of all of that more often than usual. That way they stay, nice and clean and everything. But just so you could do some light cleaning on the day before Thanksgiving with your preps and all of this sort of thing. And then on Wednesday evening, the day before Thanksgiving, that's when I peel my potatoes. I peel them, I cut them all up, I put them in cold water in the pan, put a lid on it, set it on the stove or on the counter, and it's good to go. And then all you have to do, I usually change out my water on Thanksgiving, put fresh water in, and then stick it on the stove. You don't have to peel your potatoes, not your potatoes, your sweet potatoes, none of it if you do it the day before. And you can do that leaving it in water and they won't go bad. Let's see, I do my dining room table. I get my kids to help me put the leaf in. I go ahead and set my table, sometimes even the night before, or I at least get the leaf in it, get the tablecloth on, so in the morning then I can put the centerpieces and the dishes and all of that sort of thing. But sometimes I do try to decorate the table the night before. So again, it's all about pacing yourself. If you're keeping your house nice and clean and tidy, that there's not so much to do on Wednesday, but like if you've polished your furniture really good within that week, all you got to do is get one of the Swiffer dusters and just dust real quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's staying on top of everything, just making sure everything's in order and clearing things out, and then just making sure that Wednesday, that is your focus. That's the day that I'm just going to prep everything for the next day for Thanksgiving. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. One more thing that I want to say, because I think all of us hear from time to time folks, they do get really stressed out, and we hear some of the complaints that they make, that it's so much for Christmas and all that. I understand. That can be an expensive holiday. Thanksgiving can be an expensive holiday. That's why I say, if you pace yourself, as soon as you start seeing the things come out in the store, the end of September, beginning of October, pace yourself and go along that way. Also, take advantage of after Christmas sales. Okay, you saw some decor, but you didn't have enough money, but you really would have liked it. After Christmas, if they're still there at the after Christmas sale, buy them. If you need new lights, buy them. Buy them when you can get them 50 and 75% off. Start even doing Christmas shopping when they have those sales. I had a friend that I worked with in Chicago. She went to the stores the day after Christmas, not to do any returns. That's usually what a lot of people do. No, she went there to take advantage of the sales. And she would take that one day and she would buy all Christmas gifts for the following year. She had 6 children. Her children were married, and then she had a whole bunch of grandkids because she had 6 kids. And in one day, she could buy everybody's Christmas gifts and be done with it. So, when there's a will, there's a way. I just want to throw this out there for everybody. We have to remember that Thanksgiving and Christmas is the same time every single year. Now, Thanksgiving, the day may change. Last year, it was the 27th, and it was my son's birthday. Now my son's birthday is Friday because the number might change, but we have to remember Thanksgiving is the 4th Thursday of every November. And when November 1st gets here, we need to be thinking Thanksgiving, and prep ahead of time. The same thing, December 25th is Christmas, and it's the same December 25th every single year. So it's all about pacing ourselves. If you can buy Christmas gifts during the year to help you with your budget, try doing that. Again, as soon as things begin to come out in the fall, start pacing yourself then. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you pace yourself and you get yourself a list, sit down with a sheet of paper, and you can save this list, tuck it away somewhere so you have it for next year. You sit down and you decide, this is what I'm going to do in October. This is what I'm going to do in November. This is what I'm going to do in December. But for December, make sure that your goal is either the 1st or into the 2nd week of December, that's your cutoff period, that you tell yourself from the end of September, beginning of October to this time period here in December, I'm getting everything done before here, because the last 2 weeks before Christmas, I'm doing nothing but enjoying that festive time of the year, and it's about family even, and all of those wonderful things, and you just want to enjoy yourself. You want to be able to put your feet up and just relax. So anyway, I have had people ask me over the years, how do you do it, Sandy? This is how I do it. I have stress-free holidays. Thanksgiving is coming up. It's no big problem for me because I've already done a lot of my shopping. Today is a grocery day, and I'm getting ready to leave now to go do my grocery shopping, and I'm getting all the last minute items that maybe I haven't gotten yet for my Thanksgiving dinner, that I already have it. I don't have to go shopping next week. I don't have to get out in the crowds where everybody else is doing their Thanksgiving shopping, because I'm doing it today. And I already know, what I'm having for Thanksgiving dinner. I already know how I'm going to plan my table and all of these sorts of things. And so that's the thing. I'm not stressing out for Thanksgiving. I already have really basically everything done already for Christmas, and it's just now, today is Friday, November the 20th, and my Christmas shopping is done except for stocking stuffer things, which I'll pick up some today and probably some the next time I go to the store early December. And that's it. So basically Christmas is even done. So all I have to do is my holiday baking when December gets here, and again, it's just going to be very stress-free, but this is how I do it. So I wanted to share it with you because I do have a lot of people that ask me throughout the years, and I just thought I'd just share it with you guys so that you could have a stress-free holiday too, girl, and put your feet up and relax once December gets here. Okay? Until next time, take care. I'll see you guys. Bye.